Hello everyone and welcome to the SRL Season 2 USA Grand Prix stream, and as you can see we're joining in qualifying right now with Gorge Crab provisionally on pole position, and yeah, this race obviously last time out we had Mike Marshmallow crowned the SRL Season 2 champion after RBZ's horrible race which ran. Bad luck, and his season was pretty much written off there completely in Japan, wasn't it, James?
Yep. Championship confirmed. Just 4 races to look forward to now to the end of the season.
Indeed, yeah, and I think it should be an interesting race. USA, it's got some long straights, and we could be in for a bit of a. I think if it's a. Yeah, it's lots of overtaking opportunities around here. I mean, the middle sector isn't exactly particularly special, but I think it should be quite a fun, action-packed race. There's opportunities for some incredible moves done. So, what's your thoughts on this race, James?
Yeah, usually a pretty good race. Nice wide track. Should see different strategies as well. You can either go soft, medium, or super soft. 2 lots of super soft and a soft. Scorch has taken a rather interesting line through there. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for overtaking, and a very exciting track as well. Fast sections, slow sections, good mix. So should produce a good race, I'm sure.
Can I just say something? On my screen, Mike Marshmallow did a 32-second lap time. 32.120. The timings do not lie, everybody. Mike Marshmallow's definitely got some wings on him today. But yeah, the game.
Oh yeah, that is correct. He has just done a 32-minute. I think that has actually been registered.
Are you
If that's been
actually
registered
serious?
as a time, then he's on pole.
And Yee's like a minute and 4 down. So biggest gap we've seen in history, everybody. So what an absolute demolishing lap, I have to say. I need to see that lap. But I don't know.
Well done, Mike. He's won the race, isn't he? Because no one else is going to get 107%.
No, I mean, fucking give him a round of applause, everybody. Absolutely incredible. I don't even know anymore. Like, honestly, this game is so flawed. I mean, it just is. I mean, it's the most flawed thing since sliced bread. I mean, even that's flawed. I mean, when you slice it in the factory, it doesn't get sliced very well. But let's take into account our most representative time right now. It is by Yi, who's been quite a top performer this season. On a 136.963 on a super tyre. Obviously, he's looking to go maybe not full that tyre glitch thing where you can actually go on like a shorter strategy and have better tyre wear. So he's looking to go a bit more aggressive in this race by the seams of it.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. Hopefully this race can hot up. But there's a lot still to fight for, even though the championship is pretty much over right now. Obviously with Mike winning last time out. I mean, RBZ, the fight for second place is still on. He's currently on 193 points. And you got Yi, who's only 21 points behind him. He's had a lot of victories this season, and he's not far behind. I think challenge for second place is definitely on. Izaki's even sort of there as well with 158. So a top 6 in the championship. I think from second to 6th, I think there's a realistic chance for the order to change depending on how much luck there's going to be. So, in your opinion, James, what do you think would be the main outcome of that sort of battle between second and 6th in the championship?
Yeah, obviously it's going to be very disappointing if RBZ doesn't take the runner-up spot. I think Yi has had a good season from about I think it was round 9 onwards where his season really got going. So he has got a realistic chance of overthrowing RBZ, but I do think that RBZ will fight hard for that second place, because anything less than that is going to be really disappointing. And then I think Eki will probably manage to keep 4th and Commando 5th. I think they'll probably stay as they are because they've been pretty consistent throughout the season. So I think that they'll continue that to the end of the season, keeping their current positions. So a bit of a boring prediction, but I think that basically they will stay in the same positions.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, to say something here as well, Prison 94 is really, last race he came second, didn't he? And tell you what, he's actually had a pretty good race in that Sauber. So Prison 94 is seemingly going to get back on his luck. I mean, we actually thought at the start of the season that he would be the championship challenger to Mike. Obviously, he was Mike's teammate. but seemingly that's obviously changed, and the game's changed a little bit. But he's sort of started to get a bit of momentum back now, almost as well. So fair play to him, and he's actually doing quite a good lap in qualifying. He set I think a 37.1, I think it was, on a set of soft tyres, which is only 2 attempts off Yee's time. And Yee did that on the super soft. So yeah, that's interesting. Maybe Yee backed out of his lap. Maybe we don't know if he decided to maybe just do one run on the super soft. We don't know. But it's interesting to see here, and seeing what's going to happen. But RBZ obviously, a lot to fight for him. I think the way he would like to end the season would realistically be to actually win the next 4 races. I think that really is what he needs to do. And let's just show that he could have been a big challenger this season. I think there's been a lot of doubt around him because he's had so much bad luck. He's made so many errors, and that's not all been his fault. But he's made some errors that probably should never have been made. All right?
Yeah, definitely. I think, as we said quite a few times, even though it's a massive gap, 130 points, that doesn't really reflect the pace of the drivers. It's just been Mike just putting together a whole season better, to be honest, and just picking up points where RBZ didn't. And yeah, I think RBZ realistically could win the last 4 races. Obviously, it's going to be extremely tough because he's got loads of competition from all directions, but it is a possible occurrence, so he'll go for it. And, he's definitely capable of it.
Yeah, and
Shout out to Mike, who's
yeah,
just done a lap. According to me, that's a minute and 4 seconds faster
yeah,
than anyone else.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
he
was on
did
our
just-
screens. Yeah,
It's
32.1.
only counted his last sector.
I mean, he's
So he is
clearly
on
been
pole.
practicing. for
Oh,
this
he
race.
has. He's been flying around the track. I don't know. I mean, this game is just severely flawed. But actually, shout out to Mike. Actually, as a season, anyway. Let's just be serious about this. I think Mike's done a really good job this season. I mean, there's no taking away from it. He has deserved the world title. So all fair credit to him as well, as I was against P3. So I think after the race at Japan, it just showed how much class he's got, and I think full respect to the guy. I think he's done a really good job. But anyway, his main rival for this season, RBZ, currently in P3. They're 36.9. It matched, actually, Yee's time, which Yee did on a super soft tyre. So I'm wondering if Yee intended to slow down on his super soft lap and not go as fast as he could have gone. But I still think that's quite competitive for a super soft tyre run. So that's interesting. I don't know what he's playing at there. But I think also McLaren have got a very good chance. Yeah. I think also McLaren have got a very good chance of up the Constructors' Championship, obviously with Mike moving to Force India after the last race, sort of helped them because obviously there was T6 available there. Obviously they're on 393 points with only McLaren and 58 points behind. So I think McLaren have got a very good chance if RP7 can continue on with the good points finishes they've been getting recently. I think they've got a very good chance of taking that first place away from Haas. I think I think obviously has a desire to do that. He wanted to do that at the start of the season. He has a desire to do it now, and I think it'd be a good way for them to do it. I think at least he can walk away the season with something that he's done with someone else. I think that's a name of his as well. But obviously some decent fights. Obviously, we've got top 2 fighting the Constructors' Championship, Haas and McLaren. We've also got Ferrari fighting as well. Not much between those two either. So that's interesting. But it should be I think the rest of the season can be fun. I think everyone's going to have some fun, and that's really the main thing. But yeah, I think everyone's going to try and prove their worth, as they say, But as from Michael, we're currently on board with him, who actually we were mentioning before the stream was starting. He hasn't really been turning up to a lot of races, has he, James? But he's here, and he's a very quick driver. I mean, he's a very, very quick driver, and I think we're on board with him right now in the Mercedes. See how he's going.
It's not the first sector though. Okay, it doesn't reflect his pace. But yeah.
Look pretty clean to me.
He hasn't turned up for 3 weeks, so if he hasn't been playing the game in between those races, then he is going to be a little bit out of touch. But yeah, his last 3 results have been a third, a first, and a third. So if he picks that form where he left it off for his little gap, then he could be another one actually challenging up there with the big guns.
Would you guys go out again on my for me? Or?
But if I was you, would I go out? You were asking.
Yeah.
Where are you? You are.
Oh, you're 7th. I
That was a
would.
good. I think that was a good lap. One of my best quality laps.
I would leave it.
I would leave it,
I
yeah.
think that's good. You're ahead
Yeah.
of Calmundo, so it must have been a good lap.
Oh,
I
quite
think the guys in
quiet,
front
so.
of me, I can't realistically challenge in the race. So.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
If you can get it in the mix and they have a few little issues, you've got a nice little chance there to get amongst those.
And if you've got the right tyre now to do a different strategy,
yeah, I think
whether
that's
it's one stop or two stop with super softs later.
I'm finding the races harder because I'm not really practicing for them as much. 'Cause I'm practicing no assists next season, so yeah. In effect, I'm not having too much practice. Like my main 2 goals for next season is to be faster on no assists and get better at quali. And I think this season I've been towards the end. I've been better at qualifying. I think the 37.7 wasn't a bad lap, for example.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a very good time for you as well, and I think you can have a nice little fight there for some good points, and hopefully the race goes well for you. This track obviously has a lot of overtaking opportunities, so I'm sure there's going to be lots of action at the start of the Grand Prix, but there is a fear of it going very quiet. I mean, it could happen. I mean, it is a characteristic of this track. It does get very boring after a while, but yeah, should be interesting. Kamindo's actually on the super soft tyre, so he's obviously looking to go for. He's not going for the actual tyre glitch. He's actually going for more of an aggressive strategy. So we'll see how he attacks this lap here. Short 15 through the gears, and with McLaren have got a very good opportunity to further gain on Haas this weekend. And what makes me wonder as well, James, is would Mike go back to Haas to help them win the Constructors' Championship? That's a question.
His points for Force India are counting towards Haas, so.
Yeah, and he will go back to Haas for Abu Dhabi.
It was the problem
And
with the Haas
whenever the
car
actual
or
decider
something.
is.
So, yeah, but they both moved over to Force India, so the points are counting to Haas even though they're actually in the Force India.
Fair
So,
play.
but it's still possible for McLaren to outdo them because if Rapid Cook hasn't really been scoring that many points, so if Calendar and RBZ both manage to score more points than Mike, which is extremely tough for them both to do, but you never know, then that could be a possibility that they are overthrowing him. So yeah.
They need Mike really.
You never
Have a
know.
really bad run, don't they? Really, as well. I think ideally, Kamundo needs to be playing the supportive role in the team. You know, supporting RBZ. I think RBZ can definitely get second places. I think even win races as well if everything goes his way. So it's gonna be all up to them two working as a team to help get that championship because you know they both desire it. They've both said they wanted it, and I think it's possible. Definitely, just needs to outperform Mike. Mike is so good, and he's good at keeping it.
Commando's in fifth.
Yeah, he's moved up to fifth. Apparently 1 minute behind. I mean, he is slow, totally. I mean, honestly. But even at the fifth, so he's obviously going really aggressive in the race. So I think watch out for Commando in the race. Obviously on the soft compound, he'd be one to look out for. I think tip soft compound. So there'd be one to look out for. Boss Roya.
Yi and Commando and Eke in the top 6. No, and just Yi and Commando on the super softs in the top 6. Everyone else is on the softs.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting battle. I think we'll see them come through the field. I think Yi can put some pressure on. I think it's Mike on pole. I don't know if he is, but could be. I'm guessing he's retired. So he retired quite early, so I'm guessing he is actually on pole. Yeah, if Lost Warrior improves here, and I don't think he did.
Do you think Mike should be in P1 for the race? I'm just thinking of the glitch that's like weird, like kicks him out for the race or makes him start last. I really don't know.
I don't think he gets that bad luck, if I'm being honest. He's been pretty bulletproof all season. He's had a couple of bad moments, but I think he'd be alright.
He has quite a lot of luck, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you create your own luck. But...
Oh yeah, you do. I think he has done that as well. I think he's been that good that he's been able to. That has propelled him forward and made him faster and faster as the season goes on. So yeah. Lost Roya, currently in 13th place. Looking to improve on his super soft compounds. started the season with lots of consistent points finishes, but it sort of has dropped away a little bit. You know, he had an 8th at Australia, 9th at Bahrain, he had a 9th at Russia, he had a 9th at Baku, he had a 7th in Hungary, he had a 5th in Belgium, and the 8th in I think it's Malaysia, and 9th in Japan. So he's actually got a bit better recently. Hopefully a points finish will be on for him. I think he deserves it. I think he's done a really good job, quite consistent there. But I think I haven't seen the level of improvement that we've seen from someone like, you know, it's Eki, for example. I mean, he started the season with like 11, you know, just connecting and coming 11th at Bahrain, but he's really kicked the season. I think it's one to watch out for as well this season, and that's where he's back into the pits. I think he's given up on his qualifying now. I think that's it anyway. But Iceman Raikkonen currently in 17th. He'll be looking to improve on his lap too, and along with SRL Monster and obviously Loswara is actually in the pits. So we'll see how this all plays out. But pretty much the grid order is what it is right now, barring 2 changes. This is pretty much the grid order for the race. So
Monster hasn't improved.
So one more improvement, and it all has to come from Iceman Raikkonen. Let's see his sector times. Let's see if he's actually improving on this lap. And he is currently on a personal best. It's all about this last sector. He's had a couple of bad ones, but his best has been a 31.9. So he needs a really good last sector to make sure of an improvement here. I don't think he'll want to be 17th, but here he comes. Lots of understeer by the team and actually track something as well. Last corner, it needs to be a pretty good exit. Lots of understeer, I can tell, in that Mercedes. And across the line he comes. Is it an improvement? It is! Actually 2nd place on a super tyre. And that looked pretty scrappy for a lap. But he improved there, and fair play. He's in 2nd place. So GG to him. And that is it for qualifying. Mike is on pole on a 32-second lap time, everybody. Whoa. So Mike's on the race. I'm not joking. And then Iceman Raikkonen in 2nd. 3rd for Yi. 4th for RBZ. 5th for Boyd94. 6th for Commandos. 7th for Izeki. 8th for Danny M7. 9th for Gorch Crab. 10th for SRL Matthew. 11th for Just Lars. 12th for I have no clue. Langman. 17, SRL Height in 13, 14 for the Lost Warrior, 15 for that is the rest of your order. I'm just going to leave the lobby quickly, so don't actually count as a car, and then we'll wait for an invite from Gorch, but yeah.
I'll send you an invite and you can join off it.
Yeah, of course. But it should be interesting to see how this race goes.
Yeah,
you can someone now if you like, we'll just wait a couple of minutes. But, interesting grid order there, actually.
Are you getting this invite?
Got it. Happy days.
Good.
But it should be interesting, this race. Iceman Raikkonen actually has a pull-out surprise there at the end of the session. So I think we're going to have 3 guys who are going to be very quick at the start of the Grand Prix. Obviously, Yi, Raikkonen, and I think it was Commando as well. So watch out for those. I think it's going to be some interesting action. But obviously, their tyres will wear out quicker. And obviously, people on the soft tyre will have the tyre wear glitch. So that's going to really kick in.
Absolutely no rain.
No rain, so it's going to be a dry race. So that's going to be interesting as well. So it should be a nice race for everybody. We'll see how it goes. I'll probably join in 30 seconds. So. So we're just going to jump now and get this race underway, and hopefully it'll be a good one. Yeah, Don Omar says, nice Mike's lap time though. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, who the hell does a 32-second lap time? I mean, he must be flying like. He pretty much won this race, you know.
Yeah, pretty much won URC now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry for everyone in the comments that I haven't actually read the comments. I've just been busy commentator, just looking at the screens and all that stuff. So I will be watching the screen throughout the whole race and answering any of your comments. If you'd like to leave anything or any questions down below, you may as well. So. And
yeah.
But obviously we're on the formation.
Should be an interesting race, definitely.
Be indeed, yes.
I think the start is always good around here. I hope I've not gave it a commentator's curse, even though I'm not really a commentator. Yeah,
I mean, in before, like, everyone blows up at the start, and then, you know, just Oh god, I would not want a safety car on this track. It's one of those that goes very slowly. So,
And before we get a restart.
James, a question to you: did you forget to leave?
I did leave.
Your car is going around the track on my screen.
Yeah, but it's not letting me take over.
Oh. Nice game. The second thing.
Do you get where
Why?
on the formation map?
Yes. Apparently
Oh,
you
right.
do. I've attempted it myself. I've tried literally just blowing up my tyres and stuff. You do get wet. Be careful what you do. Weaving is the worst thing you can do. So people weaving and acting like it's real life, worst thing you can do. Absolute worst thing. It creates more wear. Oh, hello, Mike just parked the bus on everybody there and hit Yi, and I think everyone's been reset to the start. That was my screen. I don't even know, but we're ready to get lining up on the grid anytime soon.
Why won't it let me race?
Yeah, I'm gonna head off, guys.
See you later, Gorch. Have a good one.
I
don't know why
And I
my
hope it's a
car
good
is-
race for everyone watching. If you've got any questions, be sure to put them in the comment section. I'm sure Rapids can try and answer them.
I'll
if
check
not,
that.
there's always the end of the race.
Yeah.
Anyways, see you guys.
See you later, Gorch. Good luck. So here we go, lads. We are ready to get racing here for the US Grand Prix. James, how do you think this is going to fare?
Oh, well, it's hard to tell because we didn't actually get to see Mike's actual pace in qualifying, but I think that Mike's in a good position. But I think it's going to be a battle between him and RBZ and a project, I'll say as well.
Here we go. The lights to get going anytime. And here we go. We'll be ready for 5 red lights for the US Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. And I would say, not a bad start from everybody. Pretty clean. And actually, is that... Who's going up the inside here? The Mercedes going up the inside. Aston Martin's up the inside. Takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Yee's trying to go up the inside too. And he's trying to hang Mike to drive. But Mike keeps in second place. Obviously, we know that on the start, he might be struggling with... obviously that soft compound, but so far so good. But Ivy did be dropped down to fourth. Oh my god, no, where's Gorch? I can't see him, but he's gone. And look at that, Iceman Michael leading the way. I think he actually led to the Hungarian Grand Prix, but we obviously know that his tyres will be wearing out by the end of the stint. But Mike is in second place, but Yi is all over him right now. Yi's looking to the inside. Does he have a little look at the inside? Here he goes. Up the inside does go Yi. He brakes late. Up the inside. And he tries to force Mike off, but nothing he can do. They'll be in the slipstream of Iceman Reichland down this straight here. I'm going to go right on board with Iceman Reichland, who's getting absolutely tailed by Mike Marshmallow. Mike's going up the inside. And he has some pretty trying to speed, but Yi's going up the inside of him. And Ibanez going up the inside. What an aggressive move from Ibanez. And Ibanez it's gone very deep, and he's lost some time, but I think he might be up the inside. Here he goes up the inside. It's absolutely close as hell, but nothing made of that. And luckily Ivan managed to back out of that. That was close to life, but Iceman Michael has lost so many positions, and it's all just they're all fighting over each other, aren't they, James? It's incredible.
Yeah, really close battling there, and hopefully we'll be continuing to see that pretty epic stuff.
But Yi is leading the way, and that is incredible. I mean, we've never seen that before, where one driver gets to move from first to third that quickly. But Mike seemingly has a little bit low. I mean, we're getting fucking minus 33 second lap times. What the fuck is this game? But anyway, we're not going to let that get in our way. And here we continue on. Third place, Michael is trying to make something of this. And how important is that, James, for him to get in front of Mike? It is obviously important on those types of tyres. You need to make something work here. And Mike's actually gone wide as we speak.
Yeah, this
Continue.
is the part where it's really crucial that he pulls away or the strategy just doesn't work. So yeah, he needs to get in front, pull away, and use that to his advantage.
And look at that. RBZ is actually looking very quick actually right now. And there he goes, up the inside. Can he make a move? But Iceman Raglan's gone too deep. He's gone off the track. And also, Push 94's gone as well. And they're all out breaking each other, but RBZ into P3. So, that's good for him, I think, actually, in some ways. But he's right behind Mike now. RBZ looking a little bit more punchier at the start of this Grand Prix. And safety car has been deployed. Probably the worst thing for all of us to actually have, to be honest. Yeah, safety car deployed after that dramatic start of the race. absolutely interesting. I thought that was a fascinating start. Oh, God.
I think that's been caused by me, unfortunately.
Ah, James, what are you doing, dude?
I did the whole of the first lap and brought it into the pits because I thought retiring the pit lane would mean that the safety car wouldn't come out, but that obviously didn't work. But this kind of plays into the hands of those on the super soft tyres because they can elongate the stint now, and they might be able to pull off a one-stopper still. Obviously, the aim is really that you want to be doing. Oh, I know Raikkonen. Iceman Raikkonen is coming into the pits. He's not thinking about doing a one-stop. He's thinking about pitting and getting rid of these super soft tyres. Don't really see the point in that. I think he's just going to lose too much track position going on to medium tyres.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes these things can work. I mean, doing something different can do something different, but I don't know if it's right. If I'm being honest, I just, yeah, I think I'm with you on this one. This is probably not the right thing to do. We've seen it in the past with IBZ doing something similar. It's not helped out, but IBZ, I actually have to say, very punchy at the start of this Grand Prix, isn't he? Been James different.
Yep, yeah, not holding back at all. Really, really going for it. And I think he does realise that if he can get in front of Mike, then that's a big advantage. But obviously, couldn't quite do that. And but they're still. I mean, he's right behind him now. So at the safety car restart, I think he'll be trying to do the same thing and get in front of him.
Yeah, and I think maybe that could also be down to maybe the championship pressure. You know, that now has been taken out of the equation. Now he can just focus on the racing, do what he needs to do, like almost like the early part of the season almost. I mean, that is what he can do, can't he?
Yeah, it's pressure's off a little bit, so it's a good thing for him. Not that there was that much pressure.
Lol. Yeah, I mean, this also does play a little bit into the hands of even the soft runners in some ways. Like, not in every single way. The super soft runners, obviously, that their stint obviously has been, you know, improved because now they're not getting as much tyre wear as they would do in the racing speed. But soft tyres, I think, is going to be probably is a very good chance for them to actually possibly produce the one stop, even though tyre wear is pretty poor around here. But I think they might have to count on the safety car to actually perform that. I think that could be a bit of an issue. But
No, I think you can do it. Which isn't good for Yi if he can't convert himself into a one-stop strategy, but he might try and do it, but that's very ambitious.
yeah, I mean, I think this race is actually a little bit up in the air now. I mean, obviously now people who've pitted will probably be committing to a two-stop, but I think the soft runners have got a chance with the one stop, as you said. So I think it's still interesting, a lot to play for now, and I think this really mixed up the race a little bit. Maybe the safety car is what we needed, but I still think that we could have an interesting winner on our hands here. I think the win's not all done and dusted as of yet. Obviously, he's got full out of 28. So we'll see how it all goes. Commando in 6th place has done a really good job for McLaren. I think we actually qualified 5th, so just a bit of time with the start there. But one guy I think will be upset a little bit. That's from Raikkonen. Start didn't go as planned as he wanted to. Same with actually Project 94 a little bit. Project 94 actually jumped him in the end, so that's I think he did anyway. No, he didn't. I'm lying. I'm being a retard. So yeah, I don't know what to say really. I'm just bored. I just want to get racing again. Come on, boys, let's go again. But I mean, now Yi's in the driving seat.
Get back underway.
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, I mean, I just want something interesting. And now, C3D to the Ames has left the session, so we'll see if we can get him back in the lobby, if we can. But Yi is looking good. I mean, Yi's actually led to quite a lot of races recently. He's been pretty punchy, hasn't he?
Yeah. And it's kind of shown a little bit by strategy, by going on a pretty aggressive one that takes quite a bit of guts to go along with, and we see that on racecraft as well. What's
Yeah.
what's the game tag again? Sorry, I'll invite him to the party. 3D Steady Aims, is it?
That's it.
C3D Steady Aims.
Capital S and I think capital A, I believe. Another lap of this shitty safety car. And I'm sure everyone watching, I'm so sorry for this, lads. It's boring as hell,
Yeah.
I know. It's not fun.
It's really annoying because came into the pits and retired in there, thinking, oh yeah, then it won't be a safety car then. That worked.
Yeah, right back to the game.
It's annoying. It is quite annoying because it's not really very much.
Just waiting for the safety car to actually come in. So just. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, mate. Good luck in the race. So, I hate these safety cars. There's so long. I still feel sorry for all our viewers here. But I think just looking down the order, I think we've got some interesting battles. Zeki obviously battling with Danny. Will be interesting to see how that goes. Danny's been really impressive. Actually, I think he was actually a reserve for this league, and I think or in GP2. Am I right? And I think he came in. I think he's been quite impressive.
Yeah. Not really sure.
Langman's done quite well as well. 7th place. Lost Warrior as well. Another one to look out for. Prison 9-4. You know, he's still in the points. Obviously after that off he had earlier. Babikut as well. So this order is all over the place. But actually, in some ways, it's actually helped Gorge as well. Obviously, after his crash at the start of the race, we didn't see that. But this will help him a little bit. And as we see a Renault and a Ferrari inside each other, you don't see that every single day. But maybe that will improve Ferrari's performance in real life. But Gorge will have a chance, I think, now after his bad crash. Early, I think he'll have a nice chance. But now this car is coming in, and lights are out, and we are ready to get racing against. Yi will lead them round, and we are ready to go racing. Once again, here we go, waiting for him to pull away, and hope for a good restart from him. And I think he's ready to go around about.
Where's
now.
Mike? He's nowhere near him.
Yeah, he's
Look
nowhere
at that.
near. Mike's been sleeping. I think he's fallen asleep behind the wheel. And look at that. RBZ is right there with him. And I think what a restart from Yi. And RBZ on board with him right now. He's actually not as far behind as well, I think he's actually further behind than we originally thought. But I tell you what, Mike didn't have the restart that he should have wanted. He'd be maybe a bit sleepy behind the wheel. But Yi, RBZ is trying to do everything he can. Maybe he'll shake Mike up a little bit, and maybe RBZ can have a little chance of trying to get past him. But here we go through like the Mackett's and Beckett's complex, and you know what? Pretty well done from RBZ up the inside. That was awesome. That was brilliant. It's like, oh, Mike might have just let him through there. He just didn't put up anything there. He just what was going on? Mike's really slow. I don't know what's going on with Mike. He's like weaving around, and oh my god, he's gone, and he's he's ghosted last minute. What's happened? Has he lagged out? That's the question. He's behind. He's now 4th. I don't know if he got any damage on his front nose. He's alright. I don't know what happened to him. It's like lag's going on a little bit as well. Danny's now in 3rd place, but RBZ would probably be thinking there, why couldn't I have that at the start of the season when we were battling the championship? What's happening now is
to make contact with Langman, who's coming up and challenging Commando for 5th place.
But
he's
he
managed to just get it back through.
Yeah, nicely done. And pushing that forward at the inside of Langman, and he tries it as hard as he can. Lost Warriors there as well. We're going to run a ball with push 9-4 here in the Sauber. And look at that, Ice Band's it, and the Lost Warrior understood into him, and they've both gone off the track there. But look at this. This is incredible stuff, I have to say. Boys, please give us some more fighting here. I actually literally thought this race was going to be absolutely boring. But right now, as tight as it is, we've got a 3-way battle here. SRL in 8th place doing quite well as well. Lost Warrior is battling away with Dapit Kut in the Force Indian. Gorge Crab's in 11th place, and he's absolutely coming back through the field like an absolute monster. He's on the medium compound tyre. So is the Lost Warrior. The Dapit Kut should be in front of the Lost Warrior, but the fresh mediums will be probably pretty good for him. Here he goes. we're getting a bit of a sound glitch here. Apparently he's in 6th gear, but I don't believe that, if I'm being honest. Then we're going to try and go back to the front of the order. It's like he's now pitted actually once again. I don't know what's happened to him. But Yi leading the way, doing what he needs to do smartly. And now Abized, I think the gap's pretty much the same. So Yi's got some pretty decent pace on those worn super soft. So GG to him. So right now, as what we can see here, is just an interesting racing, isn't it, James?
Yeah, so it's playing out in quite an interesting way, and not how you would expect it, really. The field is spread out quite considerably, and it's Mike who's lost out quite badly from it. I think this race is going to be all about how long Yi can take this set of tyres. Can he convert that to a one-stop on the super softs? It's going to be extremely difficult, but he'll want to get on the same strategy as the guys behind him, really. Who are all going to be coming at him pretty soon when his tyres start to go off.
Indeed, and Danny's running a little bit wider, so maybe Mike's got a nice, can get a nice run for this last corner. Danny obviously on those super softs, so he'll be struggling a little bit, but traction was with Danny pretty decent, I have to say. Still, Mike's not closing in enough as he should be. But look at that, Comundo and Langman are going for it. Langman, look at that, he's punching behind above his weight, and that shows me the contrast between the soft compound and the super soft. Super soft's obviously not working as well maybe at this stage of the race, James. Maybe it's more worn and they're struggling on it.
Yes, yeah, I did a race before where the drop-off on the super softs on that first stint was very bad after a while, and it just played massively into the soft compound tyres' favour. So even though it's a softer compound, it's the super soft, it's perhaps not the best at this stage.
Yeah, and they're seemingly struggling with this. And oh my god, what a move from that. It's actually a Hassling. It's SRL height actually go around the outside. You know what? He might pull this one off here. Here he goes in the Hass. And in the DRS he goes. In the slipstream of Comundo, of a distant toe here. And also we know how powerful that is. He might still be able to. Comundo's going to be mugged off, possibly. Be careful with this one. Project 94 is having a look at the inside as well. Project very clean and knows better to go up the inside there. But up the inside, SRL height goes of Project 94, and he might get this move done, and he does it for now. Covers the inside, but look at that. Project 94 is having a look at the inside as well, and he goes on the inside of Command, and they nearly ends in a spin, and it's just about okay. Just about. That was a close one. That was awesome. But Mike still behind Danny. Still nothing going on. It just, trying to have a look at the inside, Mike, you're just trying something, but the gap to RBZ to Yi, pretty much the same as it was, and actually I think we're on a good time to look into the lap times from Yi's end. Yeah, so Yi's been doing 40s, a little bit of a bad lap on lap 8, actually not the best of first sectors actually, but lap 8 actually did their personal best sector 1. So seemingly a little bit off the pace right now, but RBZ, I think he's been doing about, same sort of lap times, 40s now, so I think he has actually had a better lap time last lap around, so he has closed the gap slightly on this lap, so I think he's got a really good chance here. Danny still in front of Mike. I'm surprised Mike hasn't been able to get past him yet, but seemingly keeping those shifts off in condition. But Langman still in front of Commando. Commando goes to the outside line. Here he goes. Commando's going to get the move done. Does Langman go up the inside here? He doesn't. And Commando shuts him off. But look at that. Commando. Oh, pushed off by height. That was aggressive. And I think it could be a little bit too over-aggressive, in your opinion, James. Could it be a little bit too aggressive doing that?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think he would have made the corner if he hadn't bumped off Project there. So yeah, a little bit aggressive, but nothing too serious coming out of it. So I suppose it's not too bad, really.
Yeah, I mean, Gorge Crab doing well, 9th place, good recovery so far. Lars is in 10th. He's had some pretty decent performance, hasn't he, recently? Maybe he's not in the points right now, huh? He's actually in 10th place, but
change for the lead soon.
Yeah.
He's quite close to you now.
Yeah, he is.
You're just trying to take these tyres as long as possible. I think a couple more laps and you might be able to do a one-stop.
Ooh, that's going to be a test, and it depends how worn those super softs are. Obviously, that sort of 3-4 laps behind the safety car helped him, but it will be difficult. I think it's going to be really tough for him to really keep hold of the lead. I mean, if he can maybe just be within a couple of seconds, I think that might be the aim for him here. I think don't fight him too much.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree with that, definitely.
Yi, obviously a very aggressive driver. He knows, I've seen it in the past. So he's going to be, probably won't do that. But here he goes, up in the slipstream. Does he have enough? A little bit more aero seemingly on that McLaren. Up the inside he goes. Can he make this one stick? He tries to do it. He tries to hang Yi out the dry. He leaves Yi enough room. And this is clean racing. Round the outside, he actually understeers a little bit. Goes try to go around the outside, and Yi nearly doesn't give him enough room. Up the inside, does he try it now? Up the inside, he tries, and you know what? Yi on the outside line is better traction. And tell you what, I'm just getting a little bit hanged up here. I think he needs to try and get past him. Danny's still in front of Mike as well. But if Yi obviously wants to win this race, he needs to get past Yi, and Yi gets into the pits now. Yeah, he's in. So that's
I don't know how bad the tyres would have been, but it seems to be going too slowly, so I think he is going for a 2-stopper now, so that's going to be tough for him. Pretty sure all these guys now, top 3, will be going for a 1-stop.
Yeah, and that's actually very interesting. Now, still mixes the order up here now. I think we'll see what. I think we've got almost like 3 to 4 different strategies going on here, so that's an interesting one. But,
yeah, he's gone onto the soft, so he's definitely going on a 2-stop now. So he's going to have to do some overtaking and have some pretty astonishing pace if he wants to win this race now.
Yeah. So Mike's not too far behind RVZ right now, actually. So I think he's doing okay. But he's in the nearest of Danny. Does he make a move here? Danny's doing quite well in this himself. So seemingly, they're holding up a little bit, and that's a good thing. But Danny's keeping consistent, and we've seen that a lot. Actually, Malaysia was a good race for him, Danny, and he really showed his class. Really, I mean, that was very interesting. But Mike's trying to have a look. I think he's not bothering risking it. You know, he just knows that it's just done now. He can have a little bit of fun, a bit of argy-bargy here and there, but they need to go all aggressive, really. Let's all quiet it down a little bit. I think everyone's struggling their tyres, so I think people are just not really willing to go out because they can't really do much. So it's interesting. But Langman so far doing a really super job. I have to say, I give it to the guy. He's done a really good job, and continuing doing that, I think it'd be on for good, decent point finishes. But Yi is actually really closed up to Gorch here. Gorch might want to let him go. Yi's at the inside here. Yeah, and Gorch just leaves him room. Doesn't cost him too much time there. And obviously Yi continues on the special softs. So now the undercut will play into Yi's advantage, but what it will do is that it will hurt his tyre wear later on. So that's that. So obviously controlling this race, and I think he needs a race like this. I think he's been robbed of some decent chances to win the championship, win the races, and. How good would it be for him to win this race, James?
Yeah, would be pretty big victory, I'd say. Yeah, it's just I mean, a win's always good, but I think he'd be especially happy with one today.
Indeed, yeah. Maybe a good start to maybe having a nice 4 wins in a row. I mean, that'd be nice for him as well, and it'll give him a little bit more confidence going into season 3, and hopefully he can mount more of a title challenge then. But we've got to give it all fair play to Mike. He's done a really good job to actually win the championship and do it the way he's done it. So can't say that the world champion this season has done a bad job whatsoever. He's done a superb job in taking opportunity as well as he can, and Arbis hasn't been the better driver, and that's fair play. But there you go. But Yi needs to be careful here. He doesn't want to be hung up by a lot of people. I think it's important that he gets past them as soon as he can. Because obviously it will affect the undercut. But right now, the undercut will be working in his favour. I just need to check on RBZ. Is he still out there? I think he will be. Still out there. lap 13. And you know what, Mike slightly closed the gap seemingly, so Mike maybe taking care of his tyres in the early stint, possibly?
Yes, I think that would make sense, definitely, because that's the right thing to do, basically. It's going to help you race in the long run, and it does seem like a very Mike thing to do, and it's coming into effect now because he really is closing down quite a bit on RBZ actually, and what wasn't looking too good at the restart, his pace is now definitely turned around quite substantially.
Indeed, yeah, and I'm only getting a few first sectors, so I can't actually tell what he's doing, but yeah, he's been doing 33 seconds. I can sort of tell that he's been consistent though. He's been doing like sort of like, I can't describe it, but it's like his tenths, it's sort of the tenths of his laps have been pretty consistent. We can't judge his actual main 1 minute because there's no 1 minutes here. There's no, it's only in the 30s, but we should be in the 40s. But it's been pretty consistent by the seams of it. We can just say he has been. And I mean, he's done that quite a lot of the season, particularly Spa. You know, he's been very careful on his tyres, just picking opportunities when to overtake people, and that's really helped him in this championship. And he's doing it again. You can see the gap again has closed significantly. And maybe that's this way, maybe trying to stint out longer. You know, we never know what's going on out there, and maybe a bit of mind games being played here. Maybe some false hope. We can get that a little bit when someone's going slowly, and you can gain that momentum, but they're not actually going slowly, just doing it on purpose. I have no idea, but quite a long stint here. I mean, the mediums, in your opinion, RBZ, for fuck's sake, honestly, what am I saying? In your opinion, James, in your opinion, the mediums, did they last sort of 14 laps or so? Is that
Yep.
that happen?
Yes. Yep. Just 14 laps. Yeah. Very confident.
So, arguably, if RBZ wants to get in front of Mike and just stay in front of him, make sure he's certain of that, I want to pit on the mediums as soon as possible. But I don't know. What do you think about Izaki on the softs? He pitted like lap 12, didn't he? 16 laps on the softs. Is that actually even possible?
That's going to be very tight. I'm surprised he's pitted so early because he came in just after the safety car, didn't he? So that's a bit of a surprise to me. But yeah, I think he could just get them to the end, but that's not going to be the optimum strategy for sure.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's on the tips as well, so he doesn't have that tyre wear glitch that he would have liked. So it just interesting, really. I mean, see what happens, and actually now has backed out into the pit, so he's gone for his stop now, so he's looking for the undercut, and Mike continues on. So depending how much wear Mike's got on those softs, it would depend, obviously, how long he'll go for the rest, but I think should get a nice handy undercut here. I think, we'll see. Actually, Ye's gone past him already, so Ye's already in front, and hopefully, obviously there's going to be some clean air. He's going to be running in 4th place, so he's just in front of Weissman Raikkonen, and he's making a move on Gorch. Yeah, it's just about, and I think these two are a little bit of a ding-dong battle here. Here we go. Totally not stolen that from Arava. Okay, totally not. Gorch, I'm going to go and look at Weissman. These two are going on it, but I think Weissman's got it on Gorch. I mean, no offense to Gorch, but I think Weissman's probably the faster guy at this stage. But Gorch, you know what? He's done a really good job since that crash, and he's really done quite a decent job. But obviously, he's got the pit again, isn't he? So I'm assuming you probably might want to go on a set of supers or softs. I don't know. Possibly supers.
I'm gonna go with softs. I think. I think I'll probably want to pit a little bit earlier and go softs. Both of these drivers, they're both pitted and the safety car. So yeah, I think I'll probably go softs, pitting in about 3 laps time probably.
Yeah, and Yi just got past SRL height, so he's now in some free air. So I think Yi's going to retake the lead pretty comfortably. And I think Mike's going to pop in. No, he is. Oh, yes, he is. He did it for late lunge into the pit lane. Here he comes, and needs to be a good stop from the Force India boys. And we'll see how it comes up in comparison to Labized. Obviously, it's going to be important for Labized to have obviously had, if he's had a really good lap, then I that's very important. Medium tyres for Mike, and he goes on his way for the last 12 laps. So, nice end to the race there. And let's see where RBZ comes out in comparison. RBZ will come out in front just about. And I think Michael is looking for a move maybe on Mike as well. And might want to be careful here. Because he got on the colder tyres, but I think he's okay actually. He's just okay. He's in third place. So the gap, not bad actually. Pretty good outlap from Mike. The gap is increased slightly, maybe by a second or two, but that's really it. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all goes, really, isn't it, James?
Yep. And it's definitely going to be watching the lap times at the end of the race.
I think Racker's gone to 90. I just saw that end of that, and he's gone straight into the barrier. I just saw that, caught that on camera. I don't know.
Could be another safety car.
I don't know who he thought, sod this race.
I don't know what he thought there. I just saw him smash into the barriers and he just gave up. He's running well as well. Unfortunately, I saw that in front of him, so he might want to record that. But yeah, it's all going out there. He's driving very nicely, I have to say. But Danny and Project are going well together, and this is going to be one hell of a battle here. Here we go. Danny at the inside of no, it's not Project. No, it's actually just from Lars here. Just from Lars is having a look at the inside. Here we go. He's on the soft compound tyres. Lars looking for a move, and he's absolutely harassing Danny. I'm going to say, I don't know if he's pitted yet. I don't know if Dutch Lars has pitted yet. I think he has.
I'll check for you. He has.
Yeah, he's starting on mediums. Or did he start on the supers?
No, he did one lap on the mediums and then pitted under the safety car for softs.
He's got a pit again, isn't he? So, interesting.
Yeah,
But he's got some pretty nice
pace. He's still got that pace. Oh no, he pitted twice under the safety car, I think.
Bloody hell.
No, that's the restart lap. Sorry, no, he didn't. No, he didn't, because obviously it's up on stop, so... No, yeah, he pitted under the safety car and he's still going from there. How the heck has he done that?
Yeah, that's really... God knows what he's been doing, but seemingly, maybe he was running 10th in that rate in the start before the pit stops started happening, so I'm assuming maybe he was saving his tyres like Mike, maybe, so similar to what Mike was doing, just saving the tyres, being careful on what he's doing, so you know, he's just stint out long and he's consistently being pretty quick, but Mike seemingly has dropped quite a long way back from RBZ a little bit, but he'll be in trouble with his tyres by the end of the race, but I'm guessing he's going to go on a set of supers for the end. I don't think that's going to be the end of that. So I think we're going to see
lap 20.
I think we're going to see a charging Yi come through the field. So that could work out depending on how quick he's going to be and how quick he can catch up. I personally think that this could be RBZ's win if he can just keep it under control and not get himself in any trouble and keep his nose clean. I think it's really under control, but he needs to make sure that Mike doesn't go for an absolute hammer at the end of the race with saving his mediums. You know, he's got to be careful of that and wary that he'll do that. But I just have a Gorge is down in the pit lane now. I'm guessing for a set of soft tyres. If he goes for a set of supers, I'd be surprised. Here we go. Let's see what the Rebel boys do. And I think it's a set of soft tyres. Go onto the back of Gorge Crab, and he goes out once again for the rest of the Grand Prix. So he's had a pretty nice start to the race, and I think a pretty good comeback through the field, really. I think he's done a superb job. Oh, there's some argy-bargy going on behind. Oh, hello.
Yeah, he'll definitely gain places from 9th that he's at the moment.
Yeah, C3, Ravi Kut is all over C3D to the Ames, and in DRS here, in the Force India, here he goes. Can he make a little late move? No, he doesn't have a little look. He's just trying to find the way past. Guessing they're both pitted. Let's have a look. I didn't do that. Oh, yeah. C3D to the Ames has actually done 2 stops, and to Langman's 1. So that's interesting one. Nothing much happening here, is it? It's sort of gone a little bit dull. I mean, it's all sort of settled down a bit.
We've got Dutch Game Last still behind Danny on his...
Oh!
What?
Hello.
Maybe because he started on the medium tyres, the tyre wear glitch is strong with this one.
Maybe.
Because he's started on the mediums. Maybe that's why he's able to go so long. But this is incredible that he's done 14 racing laps, I think, on the soft compound tyres.
That's incredible.
It's not
I
including
mean,
the safety car. That's 14 racing laps after the safety car.
but maybe he'd be able to go on the soft at the end of the race, or does he have to run? He's obviously run the medium already, so he's obviously done one.
He's run the
lap on
medium,
them.
yeah.
So he'll be alright. And height's now
Yeah,
released.
and
into
reset.
the pit. Yeah,
That's
really
crazy.
awesome. That is nuts. I'd say it is incredible, but it's all sort of settled down now. In a really poor first sector, so maybe he had a really maybe he did actually have a collision. So he's actually now in 12th place. I think we didn't get that on the stream, but don't know what happened to him. But nothing needs to happen. Hoping for Lars maybe to actually have some sort of launch pace and just I don't know, have a nice little cheeky little battle with Danny. I think that'd be pretty sick, but. Joshua Millar's just doing what he needs to do and carrying on for yet another lap. So absolutely incredible stuff from him. Give it to him. Fair GG to him. Nothing as of yet.
Incredible.
It's actually in 9th. He's had a pretty poor race. Poor thing. Miserable for him. So I can't really say much here. Right now, if you look at the points. If you count, I think Babikut and Mike's points, Mike's obviously in 3rd, he's got 15, and Babikut is actually out of the points, so 15 for Haas will be awarded to Haas right currently, and Abized obviously in 2nd, he's actually now right behind Yi, so he's caught up behind Yi. He's obviously struggling with his tyres, so it's 18 plus the points from Tamunda, which is I think 6 points. Yeah, so that's going to be 24 points, so they'll gain on by 9 points. So down to 49 points if it stays as it is for now. But something really to happen, really. I think Abzed's all over Yi, so Yi will seemingly pit this lap. Abzed just play the wires game and not bother. Yeah, he shouldn't just try and get past Yi. I think he's obviously running his own race and doing his own strategy, but yeah, just comparing the lap times. Between Abzed and Mike, Mike seemingly just being a little bit more careful with his tyres. I mean, I don't really know. He's just doing.
Oh, Yee's staying out.
Staying out another lap.
Doesn't trust the super softs to do 8 laps. I thought that would be quite straightforward, but he wants to do another lap. Now RBZ is probably going to start getting impatient, I'd imagine. I think RBZ's going to start thinking, oh, I think Mike's closing in, and get possibly a little bit worried about that.
Yeah, the question is, does he have to get past you? Would it be beneficial because obviously he knows that his lap, his tyres are a lap older, so maybe does he need to pit? Maybe not pit, but like get past him. Is that probably what you need to do?
Yeah, I wouldn't do a risky pass. I would probably just leave it to the straight, and I think he'll have a pretty straightforward path there.
There he goes here. Need a good exit from this 90-degree corner here. Yeah, he's using the car a little bit, but you know what? Not really a good exit from Abized actually there either. So yeah, he needs. If he wants to get past him, you have to get past him now. But I don't think he's close enough. So I think it's just wise to let Yi do his own thing, And have a little look to the inside, just trying to scare Yi a little bit. I think
this pace thing. Oh, the timing isn't shown. Okay.
Can't really compare RBZ and Mike, because Mike's been doing his 33-second lap time. He's been absolutely blowing the field away with his absolute axe. Yeah, I mean, oh my god, how's he in 3rd?
To be fair, considering he's going 1 minute a lap quicker than everyone, it's pretty disappointing that he's in 3rd place.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell's he been doing that?
Oh no!
Pit 3 times each lap and still be in the lead.
Oh no!
And there you go, Fryboy's giving a nice cheeky little stop there, and away he goes once again. I think he'll be in about 4th place, possibly on the exit.
Behind Danny.
Be behind
I don't
Danny.
think he'll be behind anyone else. Will he be behind Height? No.
I think he'll just be in front, so that's worked out quite well actually. He doesn't want to be stuck behind Height too long. The Height on more than one set of tyres, so all to play for still. And I was there actually. I think he's actually got away a little bit from Mike. This is interesting. He got a little bit more away. So we'll see how that all plans out during the race. But Danny currently in positionally in third, but I do sense he will definitely be on the podium. That's definitely a fact. But
Yeah.
you know what? His closing speed at the end of the race is going to be incredible. He'll be setting sort of at least 1 to 2 seconds fast, well, at least 1.5 seconds faster a lap in comparison to the leaders. So, but obviously those tyres, the superstars will get worse as the laps go on, because obviously he started on those tyres, so they'll get worse. They will get worse because obviously the tyre glitching probably didn't work out for him as well as it could have. But I don't think anyone else is set to do that. Under in 6th, he's currently going to get 8 points here. So McLaren still set off for 33 currently, if it all stays the same. Gorch in 7th. Lars in 8th, he's on the set of super soft tyres, so he's going to get some decent points. Izeki, miserable day for him in 9th. 10th for the Lotus Warrior. Project in 11th, he's right behind the Lotus Warrior, so come back through the field is here for Project 94. I think he's got 2 possible positions ahead of him that he can get past 2 other people. I think he's got a kind of 9th place here. Good for him to see. He actually had a really good performance last time out in Japan, so a reason why. But his fortune seems to have gone down the drain again. It's unfortunate for him. Really all we've got, really. Nothing really happening. Langman's in 12th. He was in the points. T3D. He's battling with Vapikut though. That's an interesting little cheeky battle. So see how that goes. I think they're both on the same sort of strategy. It'll depend on they do. What he does here. Might want to try and look at the inside. No, he's too far behind. And waiting for a move. He might need a good exit here from the last corner. No, it's being very caught in the power here. DRS. Let's see if we can get past him. Maybe using a bit of rich mix as well. But still nothing yet. And no, he's just keeping behind. Oh, I'm a little look at the inside. No, a little bit hesitant there. And it's like he has pitted once again. I think his race has been that poo. Yeah, he just literally just pitted again to have some fun, I think, really. But RBZ is doing a superb job, I think. And you know what? I think he's doing enough to win this race. But we've got a Yi flying. But I tell you what, I don't think he's closing enough, is he? I don't think he's closing as well as he should be. I mean, let's have a look at his sector times currently. He is on
No, not closing much to RBZ. He's not going to catch up with him, obviously, but not as much as you would think. I'll have Danny, obviously, but
he actually had quite a poor second sector. He had a 40.1, which wasn't his fastest, but yeah, he's not really setting the world alight as I would have assumed. But he is 5 tenths up. Lots of the last corner as well, so he is locking up those tyres a lot, and that's the one thing you don't want to do in this game. Across the line, and none that's going to be fast lap. What did he do there? Might have done a fast lap. He did a...
Well, Mike's got the fastest lap, hasn't he?
38, has he?
32
Oh yeah.
seconds.
Oh yeah, he's little 32 seconds
So
lap time, whatever it is.
So that might have been the fastest lap, but we won't know.
Yeah, nice
It
game.
won't be the game's fastest lap.
Yeah, so
Comes Yi.
Yi's got on the inside of Danny, trying everything he can, leaving enough room. That was clean. Danny sort of just let him wave them through here, but Danny will have the DRS back here. Oh, that's horrible. That's disgusting. Why would you let him through like that? Did he cut the corner? I don't think he did.
Yeah, he might have. I didn't notice anything. Maybe he went wide and was slightly off the track on the exit and got past that way. But he's lost quite a bit of time to Danny there. And it's only 4 and a bit laps to go. So
I think he tried to get the DRS. I think he was trying to oh god.
He didn't do a very good job if he was. That could have been. That's a good hypothesis, but yeah, he didn't execute it well if he did. He dropped far too far behind.
He broke so much, and I was like, what the hell is he doing? Surely if we just lift off a little bit, and that would be fine. Okay, tap the brakes, but yeah, that's thing. And that would probably damage his race win if he used to try and go for the win. But he's right behind Danny once again. Have another shot at it here with DRS and the slipstream. So I think it should be an easy move, I would assume, here in the slipstream of the Mercedes driver. Going to the inside, and Danny gives him lots of room. Fair play from him. He knows this is not really his battle, really. And the move is done, so that is that. Danny is still behind him, but I think Danny won't have anything to do with that. Oh, he hit the rear end. I think he just hit there, and he just about kicked it out.
Has he got away with it?
I think he got away with it.
Yeah,
the wing,
he's got away with it.
The wing flapped with it, but that was on fast reaction. I think he's actually on a wheel, or maybe not. Maybe he's on the pad. Look, the fast reactions he had looked like a wheel, but no, I think he's just about.
New pants for him. New pants will be needed at the end of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's got some brown ones there.
Height. Height's pitted again. That's a shame.
No.
He was on for a top 5, but yeah, he's had to make another stop. I thought he was going to the end, but I think he probably could have used the medium tyres, but went on to the soft and has paid for it with an extra stop. Now he's battling Project for 8th place. I think he'll get it through. But he's got quite a few time penalties, I think, so he might get pushed out to quite low down, I'm afraid.
So Height is got past him pretty easily, and Project doesn't really put much of a fight up in there, so knows that it's not his fight, and just got to let it go. But Comando's still John in 5th place. Danny's obviously gone banana. It's all sort of slowed down here. Update looks in pretty good control right now. Monster 15th, it's like in 14th. And yeah, it's like he hasn't really gone for it. But look at this little cheeky little battle between the two, between C3D Steady Aims. At the inside he goes, and trying to make a little bit of a move here on the Ferrari driver. Here he goes. Ferrari driver, Force India driver. Tries to go around the outside here. It's close. It's close. And he makes a move around the outside, getting up the inside here. He'll have the inside line, and it's just going to be. Actually, you know what? Around the outside, Rapid Kick went. That was incredible. Decent grip there. DVD is trying to do everything he can. Rapid actually has gone very wide on the bottom corner. There's a nice exit here, but CV3D looks to have got this. Here he goes. DRS and the slipstream. Here he goes. And he goes up the inside here. Should be a done deed. I don't. These two are battling away like it's just really for pride here. Really, it's something else. But you'll have the move done. Maybe not. They are going side by side. These two going at it like it's like it's the win. But Vapid gets past him pretty easily. Oh, C3D goes for some DJ lines there. I know. But no, he hasn't been able to make much of that at all. Oh! Well, it ended up well, didn't it? GG, boys. Ah, that was a shame.
We've got about for P5.
Have we?
Lars is just behind Commando.
Oh,
Lars
here you guys.
with the massive tyre advance, so I'd imagine he'll have them quite easily. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, and just for Lars, he was actually in the lower end of the points, doing an absolute awesome job. I think he's done a really good job here to come back where he has. But Commando, well, I'll try and keep in touch with him. But the good question is, good question would be, can he catch Danny? Has he got the tyres to do it?
Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't think that would be possible, but it's not out of the realms of possibility. Yeah, it's only 3 and a bit seconds, you never know. Danny's tyres are pretty old. He pitted early, didn't he, Danny? He went early on his stop, so he'll be struggling, pretty sure, on those tyres. That is a good point you've raised. Something to watch out for sure.
Yeah.
2.4 the gap. Or is it 3.4? 3.4 the gap. But it'll be coming down massively.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting battle for the end. I think, you know what, that gap has really closed up. But IBZ would have already started his last lap, and it's been a really nice one for him. Yi didn't really have the strategy done, really, today. I think that's the main story of it. He has caught up, but it's just not been enough, and I knew that, really. I think that was the wrong choice, personally. What about you, James?
Yeah. I mean, I think under a green flag race it would have been a little bit better for him, but unfortunately that safety car didn't help him in the end. It kind of could have helped him, but it ended up really a hindrance, unfortunately for him. And I think he'll be happy to be on his tough third, and at least to have not lost too many points to RBZ in championship battle.
Yeah. I mean, this has been a super display from RBZ. This is what we needed to do during the mid part of the season, really. And the SDMs is retired. He's enough doing his last lap. But yeah, RBZ hooked it up nicely. I think he's done a superb job. But Lars, tell you what, he's right there. That's going to be one to watch at the end.
It's like watching an F1 car versus a GP2 car at the moment. Such is the pace difference. And he's quite a long way back, but in the twisty section coming up and then the fast section in the end, that's where the super soft tyres are really working quite well. So he's not lost this yet. Might look like he's a long way behind, but it's not all over.
But here he comes. RBZ is weaving already. He's absolutely had a stonk of a race. He wins the US Grand Prix. What an incredible race for him. He should be absolutely thrilled with that. Mighty Marshmallow, second place for him. He should be pretty decent for him. Yee in third. Be pretty underwhelmed with that. This is so close between the two of them. Here they go.
He's going to have him into the final corner.
Here he goes. He's going to go to the outside. Can he make this move stick? Danny positions his card nicely, and they parting each other.
No!
Oh, it ended badly, and Danny has got away with it.
If Sarah Hamilton's watching this, don't not to the piss out of what I just said, okay? Cheers.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that was on from Danny. He didn't leave the space there for Lars.
No.
I think Lars has been a little bit unfairly treated there. I think he deserved a little bit more space.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate. But Gorge Crab came fifth in the end. I think a super job from him, considering he had low hopes for this race. Langman in ninth, and Project in 10th. A really miserable race for him. I think he's just, yeah, bad luck for him. But what a race! RBZ, absolutely incredible job from him. And we'll get both of all the podium guys into the party hopefully, so we can do the interviews after the race. So, but that obviously does take out a lot of points on Haas, doesn't it? I mean, Haas only scored 18 points today, and RBZ has scored, and I think McLaren has scored 31. So, good day for them. I think that's a superb day. 13 points taken out on the championship. I think that's a super job. And donuts for Monster, just goes to the last line, just spins it. And oh yeah, I think it's Ecky's in the same thing. But that is that. That is that race, and pretty good. I think it was a nice race today, and some decent action going on. But there you go. Actually, no, Kamundo got fourth on penalties. So, but I don't know if that's going to be counted. But it looks like it will be. But RBZ wins.
Yeah, there's game penalties now. They're using game penalties.
Good question. Where's Mike? Mike's not there. Mike's in 14.
Yeah, he's
one lap down.
I think that's because of his. Yeah, I think he had a timing slip, so obviously he'll be reinstated into second. But yeah, they're using game penalties now, I'm pretty sure. So it's RBZ, Mike, Yee, Danny, Commando, Gorsh, Lars, Height.
Yeah, so that's a superb job there.
Points. Project doesn't quite get.
So Commando will be fifth in the end. But GG, that was a really good race. We'll get the podium boys into the party. So what a race. That was a pretty interesting. I think. Let's invite the podium boys to the party. Mike. And we'll get. I think we'll get Gorge as well. Just I don't need any interruptions. That'd be great. Well done, my man. Well done. Respect, dude. GG. Afternoon. Evening. Shit. Yeah, timing glitch.
No, he had horrible pace all race and came 14th.
Yeah, really bad.
He did have all right pace, but he had the timing glitch, so he did get second.
Yeah. Try and get into the party so we can do some podium interviews here.
I don't think he did. He didn't say anything about that, but a lot of people got like five sets of penalties. So, I think Mike will have a lot of work to do in the old race director.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were using the in-game penalties.
Did you see
Is that for
Matt?
next season we're using in-game penalties?
Me shitting myself going into the after this straight. Seriously.
Yeah,
Well,
we caught that.
four wide, I just went, ah! And just forgot to brake and locked up.
Wait.
And just nearly killed everyone.
You were ballsy, and I was like, oh, come on. That was so awesome. That was so cool. That
Yeah,
was so
I'd nothing to-
exciting.
I'd nothing to lose, so I just went for it.
George, you did a good job. But let's get on with the podium interview, shall we? With what we have.
Hello.
I don't know if we're gonna give. I don't know who's gonna be third. Who's actually third? Is he gonna be third, or is it? I don't know how it's gonna be.
It
But
was
we'll
Yi,
just
I think.
I would have thought so.
Yeah,
Ye's
we'll just
third. But he
interview-
doesn't talk on mic.
Yeah. So we're tuning into the top two right now, and RBZ, the race that you needed all season came today, probably the wrong possible time for the championship. But what a race! You controlled that from start to finish. Congrats.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I done that. I mean, it was pretty shaky qualifying. It was actually not a bad lap. The leader of the softs. I don't know what happened with Mike. Mike's lap was astonishing. I mean, I'd love to learn how to do that. But
30 seconds.
yeah, see, the start of the race was hectic. I mean, we went 4 wide into that corner, and I just decided to not brake, and then locked up, and then I nearly killed everyone. So I'm glad I didn't. Then I can't remember what happened. So I overtook Mike. That was a pretty spectacular move. I don't know what happened there. And then you somehow had an incident with Eki, I think it was. He went spiraling off into the wall, and then I just drove off, pretty much. I had to just conserve the tyres a little bit because I pitted a little bit early for the mediums, but it still worked.
Yeah, I mean that was a superb display, and in your opinion, next 3 races is the win really what you're aiming for? You know, you just got to go all out and put it on the cards.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, I was going for the win all season, but it's just nothing's went my way really since about Baku. So I've kind of needed to step up and show